instant ramen. It's the ultimate, I have like $5 and 10-minute kind of meal. But lately, the internet has been turning this $5 meal into a 5-star recipe. I spent the last week scrolling through, especially the Korean ramens, to find some recipes that are actually worth your time. So 2 of them are very, very popular. One is from a culinary class war chef, Yoon Nam-no, and his Pechu ramen. The other one is Kyung, who is like this ballad singer, and he is really into cooking, and he makes like this Jjampong ramen. And the third one is by me, and something that I do when I feel guilty eating ramen. So today we're going to be making 3 viral Korean ramen recipes. Let's ditch the starving student vibes, use additional ingredients and Chef Yoon Nam-no's culinary experience to make this gourmet bowl of cabbage ramen. He first heats up oil in his small pot and cooks down gochugaru and soy sauce. This burns really fast, so make sure to lower the heat. I realize this a tad bit too late, but I honestly don't mind that burnt smoky flavor, although it probably isn't the healthiest. I had shin ramen on hand, so go ahead and add in whatever ramen vegetable packet you have along with the soup powder too. Now add in some boiling water to this. This chef is so smart. He basically was making chili oil that has a touch of umami from the soy sauce and smokiness, and then making ramen to that. That's genius. Now let's go ahead and add in our Napa cabbage to our pot. How much is up to you. I know it might sound foreign to some of you, Napa cabbage, but honestly, winter Napa cabbage is so sweet. Add pieces of this cabbage in and then add your ramen noodles and cook it like you would your regular ramen, until the noodles are cooked to your preference. And it's that easy. I like mine slightly al dente and some like it super soft. How cooked do you guys like your noodles? Comment down below and let's dig in. Oh, I almost forgot. Make sure to add in a touch of minced garlic. I'm using frozen ones. Whatever works, but at the end, turn the fire off and mix in the garlic. Wow, I'm shocked. Can you tell how much I like this ramen? The cabbage was honestly my favorite part of this dish, then the soup, and then the noodles. The cabbage was so up my alley. You've got to try this recipe out. Today I'm at my sister's and we are going to be making a 해장라면. This was first started by Kyung, who is a singer that my sister and I both absolutely love. We think he has an amazing voice. But he is like known to love alcohol, and he likes to eat this ramen afterwards. I am changing a couple things up. So I think this is technically like a Jjampong ramen. So I decided to actually add in some Jjampong. This is the one I'll be using today. Some thinly sliced samgyeopsal, which is pork belly. And it's supposed to be like so good. Koreans love jjampong, and I just think that this, even if I haven't tasted it, I know it will be good. So let's begin. A gourmet meal is defined by its textures. We need protein and a lot of crunchy veggies. Speaking of which, let's cut up some cabbage, thinly sliced, also some onion and green onions. Let's head over to the stove. A little bit of oil. Let's cook this over high heat and sear off some thinly sliced pork belly. Or if you're keeping it vegetarian, I think some king oyster mushrooms would taste really good in here. I've seen some of Kyung's cooking videos, and I think he really understands flavor and cooking. That's why I was so excited to try this one out, because it has to be good. He combines all of my favorite ingredients. Once the veggies and pork are fully cooked, sprinkle on some gochugaru and soy sauce. It's super similar to the first recipe except the order of things. And that's the interesting thing about cooking. You can use the same ingredients, but how you use it, in which order and process and how much, all of this will change everything. Add in your vegetable flakes and sauce from the Jjampong ramen. I've seen him use 해장라면 for this, but I feel like anything will honestly work. Now mix this well and add in your boiling water in order to cook the ramen.
Oh, you know what else is in October?
Yeah.
Oh, he's your teacher? Doesn't this actually look like jjampong? Give it a good mix and then add in your mung bean sprouts. You don't want the mung bean sprouts to be too cooked. I like it with a little bit of a crunch. So you're probably cooking it and mixing it in for the last like 2 minutes. This felt more like a 볶음 or pan-fried noodle dish as opposed to a soup ramen because of all the ingredients that went in, but that's fine with me because I never finished the soup of my ramen anyways. You know what I mean, Gina?
Mom.
Yeah. You want me to bring up gukja?
Imo. What's the zebra, Imo?
Okay, everyone. We are on our last ramen for today. And because we ate so unhealthy this whole time, not that ramen is healthy, but we're going to be making like a healthier version. And this is something that I think should go viral because it's a really good way to make ramen more nutritious. And to me, I think it's like the tastiest. So I will be using Shin Light. The cholesterol is 0 because this was air dried and not fried in oil. So right there already, it's like so much healthier. Also, this is gonna be my husband and my lunch, and we're gonna make it out of one ramen, but I'm gonna show you how good this still is. And they look different too. We have a chili oil, our toppings, and the soup packet. I don't know if you guys have tried Shin Light before, but I feel that the noodles don't expand or get soggy as quickly as the fried ones. The noodles definitely have a chewier or more like pull-y effect to it, which is why I love it. For this ramen, make it like you normally would. Add in your veggies and the soup powder. Once it boils, I'm going to add in the cabbage and the ramen noodles. And once the ramen noodles begin to boil and cook a little bit more, add in your soft tofu and slice it up using your chopstick. Normally, I would add an egg to this ramen, but it honestly would have overflowed, so I opted out. And this is considered my version of a healthy ramen, which means it needs a lot of protein. I was shocked to learn that enoki mushroom has 6 grams of protein. Did you all know this? I mean, tofu, you know, has a good amount of protein, but I had no idea enoki mushrooms did until last year. Add a little bit of anchovy or fish sauce to this because it'll help deepen the soup flavor. I add anchovy or fish sauce to almost all of my Korean soups because it adds like this really 시원한 deep flavor to it. The total cost of this, maybe $5. The result, pure luxury. Now let's give this a try. Next time you reach for that instant packet, remember, it's not just a quick snack. It's an opportunity. Thanks for watching. Now go make some gourmet ramen.